to their 45.9. You know, but I want to give you something more exotic. I want to give you something, more advanced stats. But the reality is, we had 81 possessions, and they had 98. I mean, they took 98 shots, and we only took 81. Right? You're not going to win basketball games like that. I could sit here and huff and puff and cry about, Steve Nash not putting in Jarrett at the end of the game. That was devastating. That was not good enough by Steve Nash. But at the same time, if over a course of a game, a team that's not very good basically gets 98 shots, and we only get 81, you can't prosper that way. You cannot, right? The 53 rebounds to 46, okay, right? The 12 offensive rebounds where, 12 to 4, that tells you everything right there. We're not big enough. We're not physical enough. We have these unathletic, players that just cannot impose their will physically on the game. Bruce Brown is too small. Like, it's just, you can't have consistent winning with these types of players. And so I'll say the 98 field goal attempts of the Grizzlies tonight is a stat that tells us everything. 98 to 81. We keep doing that, and it's because, we're just not physical enough. We're not athletic enough as a team. Right? So, the play of the night, obviously, it's what everyone's talking about on Twitter. It's not necessarily a play. It's what Steve Nash decided to do at the end, and the way that he responded tonight. I just don't believe what he said. Steve Nash said that, we called the timeout at 3:30, 3 minutes 30 seconds. I'm not so pissed off about the timeout at 3 minutes 30 seconds because I don't think Jarrett Allen should have been on the bench at 6 minutes, at 8 minutes. He should have finished that game. Unless you wanted to try some ridiculous small ball and put Jeff Green at the 5, I don't see what DeAndre Jordan was doing for you at that moment. So at 3:30, the only thing that bothered me is just that it showed a little bit of incompetence. And I'm a big fan of this hire. I thought it was the right hire for this particular team. For maybe 29 other teams, it probably wasn't the right hire. But for the Brooklyn Nets, I felt like it was the right thing to do. But this team needs Steve Nash to be good at the parts of the job that he can control. Right? You have a bunch of lemons. Right? But with the Caris Leverts, with the Jarrett Allens, with the Joe Harrises, stop being cute. Stop trying to be a wizard and shuffling the deck. It serves no purpose to not just play it straight, especially when you're learning on the job. I had to mute myself and cough there, man. It's not Corona. New York City, that play caused an uproar. We didn't like what we saw. But we can't jump ship on Nash now. We can't condemn him today. We don't like what he did tonight. But Nash has taken some gut punches. KD is out for no reason. He had coronavirus already. He still had to get quarantined. It's crazy. And I don't know what our homeboy, our genius, Kyrie Irving is going through. And maybe he's going through something. And Kyrie, if you're listening, I'm sure you are. I want you to know I support you. And if you don't believe I support you, you know you got a strong 12 million cats that don't even watch you play basketball that love you. You don't owe us shit. But you owe yourself the ability to represent yourself at the best of who you are. You are a great dude, man. I believe that in you. I see what you're attempting to do. I see what your interests are. And I believe you mean well. But if we're going to move forward as a team, and if people are going to recognize you for what you really are, a virtuoso, a genius, a outlier, that's what we want to see you as. We don't want to see you as a ne'er-do-well. We don't want to see you as a rabble-rouser. We don't want to see you as a malcontent. Kyrie, if you're listening to me, and I'm sure you are, do the right thing because that's what you do. Not for us, not because that's what you're supposed to do. Do the right thing because that is what you do. Your teammates need you. They needed you tonight. When you just don't show up and you're not even telling Steve Nash why you're not showing up, then clearly that's a gut punch to him. Clearly that messes up his concentration. The consistency and the flow of a team that he's trying to build is gone. It's not fair to anybody. And that doesn't help the movement. That doesn't help the people who are living oppressed lives every day. That doesn't help, the Americans who are really in danger of dudes like this. Don't make their rhetoric true. Be who you are. Do the right thing because that's what you do. And I believe you will. That's why I'm confident we're still in a run for a championship. We still can do it, New York City. Tonight, Tonight was a punch in the stomach. We all had to take a couple of punches in the stomach. But let's hope Steve Nash evolves. Let's hope the Brooklyn Nets come together. And let's hope that the greatness that we're trying to achieve and what we're trying to accomplish is still on deck. New York City's, my name is Yves Darbouze. My guy Sam took a day off tonight, which is totally cool. I enjoy to get on the mic and do my 1-2 thing with y'all. After every game, I like to express myself. I'm going to hang out with my son. We're going to stay up late and eat things that are bad for us but taste so delicious. New York City's, it's going to get better. We're going to get better. The Brooklyn Nets will be better, and we're going to talk about it. We will be back Sunday for the next net game, Sam and I, and probably bring on a guest from Twitter. But we out. Peace.